today I'm actually starting off with some eye tape from e.l.f. I just remember getting it like a few months back. I've only used it a handful of times. I know it was super cheap. Yeah, it's a little hard to open my eyes with this on completely. But I thought maybe with this look it could help. So, like I said, I've only used it a handful of times, so I was going to see how it worked today. I am using my Makeup Revolution concealer as my primer today, and I'm just blending it out. And then I'm going to go in with some bright purple to see what I can come up with. I actually had nothing planned for this video, so I just kind of went along and just started doing stuff and throwing stuff together, so I was just hoping it would turn out. Yeah, I put this color on and was super surprised by like how vibrant it was and fell in love with it immediately. Absolutely in love with this color. So yeah, I am doing this just on my actual lid, you know, making it almost like a cut crease. So yeah, I guess we'll see how this plays out. Okay, so now I'm going in with a bright orange color. I did really like the way this was going on, but I actually ended up going back over and over and over, adding more and more layers of it because I really wanted to be as pigmented as the purple was. And then I'm just only putting that right inside my crease. And then I'm just taking my Too Faced banana setting powder and just kind of blending out the top so it's not such a harsh line on the very top. After seeing the way this blended out, I thought, you know what? I am going to throw in some yellow and hope that it turns out, and let me tell you, I was glad that I threw in the yellow with it, because once I started blending the yellow out with it, I mean, it just really came together, especially when I started putting my eyeliner on. Also, you'll notice at one point I go in with another color in between the purple and orange to kind of help blend those two together just a little bit better. It was actually a blush color from bareMinerals that I used instead of an eyeshadow color, and you'll see that coming up here in a minute. And then once I took these off, I just took a makeup wipe and went ahead and just cleaned up the excess that had fallen past the tape itself. I am so broke out right now, so the fact that this MAC foundation it's actually pretty lightweight for as like full coverage as it is. It's gorgeous, and it's actually really buildable too. And that's another thing I like about it, because you can put layer on after layer on if you need it, and it's not gonna get super cakey. This is that blush color I was actually telling you about. You know, this is not an actual eyeshadow color. It is just a blush color from bareMinerals that I just wanted to help, you know, kind of blend things out. And it does have a really pretty shimmer to it. And even though like I'm using mostly matte colors with my eyes, I still like the way that blush color shimmered with it to, you know, I don't know, just kind of give it that really pretty oomph in the crease, I guess you could say. So here I'm actually going to bake my under eyes. So I have the Lock-It Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder on a sponge, and I just put that underneath my eyes and like around my nose, usually where my makeup doesn't hold as well throughout the day. You know, it just naturally will oxidize and some of your makeup will run a little bit. So while I'm putting on my eyebrows, I'm letting that bake. So I did want to show you guys the correct way to measure your eyebrows when you're putting them on. So you start with the tip of your finger, or the tip of your nose on the outside, and you line it with the corner of the inside of your eye, and then from there you should be able to draw your first line, like where your eyebrow will start. Then you stay with the inner or the corner of your nose, you match with the inside of your pupil, like the middle of your pupil, and then that should hit your highest part of your arch. And then if you go from, you know, the outside of your nose to the outside corner of your eye, that should hit where your eyebrow stops. So if you ever need reference, that is the correct way to do that. See, you can really tell, like with that line right there of my eyeshadow where the eye tape, like you can tell the difference in it. I don't know, I actually really like that for this look since it is so pigmented and vibrant. Like I'm glad I used the tape for this look. Alright, and this is the champagne pop. I am so addicted to this right now. I'm so glad I got this in. I am going to try to step out and use other highlighters, but this is by far my favorite shade. Look at that. Oh, I love the shimmer in the light. It's beautiful. And this is the NARS Laguna bronzer. And of course with my Better Than Sex mascara. And then I am going to put on lashes for this look, but I'm probably going to do that off camera. I'm taking that bright orange that I really liked, and I'm just hitting the corners of my eyes, and then with the inner part of my eyes, I'm using that same purple. And then I kind of hit it a little too hard right there. So I'm just taking a small tapered brush and just kind of blending it out together and, you know, blending up into my eye as well. You'll see I hit like kind of up into my corners of my eyes. All I'm doing here is I went ahead and put on my lashes, but I didn't like that. I don't know. I think I just had it like the magnetic liner itself wasn't on thick enough. So you could kind of see where it was uneven after I put my lashes on. So I was just fixing that. And then here with my lip color, I didn't like how much it stood out. So I'm just hitting it with a translucent powder to kind of tone it down some and also make it more matte.